Hello, church. We're looking at 2 Kings chapters 5 and 6 today for our daily Bible reading. Word of the day is kept. I love chapter 5, the story of Naaman and being healed of his leprosy by his faith and his obedience in what the man of God said he needed to do to be healed, to be cleaned, to be cleansed. Then in chapter 6, we see another encounter with Elijah. So I want to point us to chapter 6, verse 16, right? So at this point, we see the enemy's army surrounding the city that Elisha's in. The king sent these troops to get Elisha because he was tired of Elisha knowing where he was going to be, right? That God gave him this insight. And so he sends his army around the city. Elisha's servant looks around and is freaked out seeing all these soldiers, and it's just him and Elisha. But let's see, how does Elisha see this situation? So once again, chapter 6, verse 16. So he answered him, "Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with him." And Elijah prayed and said, "Lord, I pray, open his eyes that he may see." Then the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. Right? God keeps us. We may not always see these fiery chariots, but we know that God has a host of angelic armies at his disposal. And so we see this great insight to the spiritual battle that God is organizing, God is orchestrating here, and that he can turn these human soldiers into nothing. He can blind them and then allow Elisha to guide them carefully into his own king, right? Into the enemy territory. Because God keeps his people. So let's not forget that. Let's not be afraid of earthly things, as the New Testament repeatedly tells us that we're not fighting a battle of flesh and blood, but against spirits. And so we know that God is greater than anyone and anything in this world, since he is the creator and all the rest of it is creation. So he's kept us, and we can see the spiritual dimension behind all things. All right, church, have a great day.